Hello and welcome to the very first Is This For Real event on my channel. So, a company in the UK, Coexist, it's a community and arts center, are introducing menstrual leave to their company. They have 31 employees, 24 of which are women, and they can have a certain period of time every month for their menstrual leave. And Coexist will host a seminar on March 15th to discuss with the attendees that they could take forward to their companies. In Asia there's a lot of countries that has a menstrual leave and it varies. Some have 3 days a year, some have 2 days a month. And should women have a menstrual leave or not? Well, some women do suffer from painful menstruation cycles, and they can, in most countries, they can take a sick leave and stay at home without the fear of getting fired. So that's one of the reasons why I don't think that this should happen. But if a company wants to give their employees menstrual leave, that's their decision. But it's kind of unfair for those who don't have a painful menstrual cycle, and for men who don't have at all. I think I'm not a woman, of course, but kind of like headaches and migraines. Some people suffer from migraines, and some people just have headaches, and headaches are not as bad as migraines. So should everyone that has a headache get to stay home, or if you have a little headache you just go to work, and if you have a migraine really bad then you stay home. So that's kind of how I see it. There are a lot of women who are against this menstrual leave. Just shows that the topic is, even between women, it's dividing opinions. Is there a case for female genital alteration? So in the US they are talking about maybe allowing some alteration to female genitals at birth, or young age. And of course the idea has come from the people who have come to America, from people who have come from Africa, Asia, maybe Arabic countries. And we shouldn't have the conversation, should we allow some kind of procedure to be done. We should just say no, and we should also ban male circumcision done to little boys, infants. If somebody wants to do that later in life, that's okay, but not to be done to a child. Man charged by police after his newborn was tested positive for drugs. So back in December the child was born, and then they tested the baby for drugs, and the child tested positive for amphetamines and opiates after birth. The man who is now facing legal charges is Daniel Gerald Sturdivant. Authorities report that the 41-year-old man allegedly told them he was worried about his partner's use of methadone, and he even forbade her to use the drugs while in pregnancy. He tried to not give her money to drugs, withhold money, but he was away at work sometimes, so the woman could do anything when he was away. Is it right to charge the man? Maybe he could have done more, but the second article article says that Blue Earth County Attorney Pat McDermott tells KTOE News that his office is considering charges against the mother. So the man gets the charges and the woman might not. So and this really pisses me off. So the father who didn't use the drugs, he didn't buy them for her, try to stop her using, he gets the charges, and they think about the mother getting charges at all. And probably they won't charge her because you know she did the drugs. She's a pregnant woman. She couldn't help herself, and so of course it's the man's fault. Yeah. And now some
good news, chaps.
No, what?
Sweden! Our neighbor has done something right. Swedish group wants legal abortions for men. So in Sweden, a woman has 18 weeks to terminate pregnancy, and now they are suggesting in Sweden that men could make a legal abortion in that same time period, 18 weeks, so he doesn't have to pay child support, and doesn't have to take any of the responsibilities with being a parent. And of course there are people saying yes and no, and I say yes, men should have this opportunity all over the world, because there are some women that trick a man to get her pregnant. So, and if it's not tricking, it just happens by accident, women can terminate the baby, give it for adoption, or under the safe haven law on many countries they can just leave it on police doorstep on a hospital or stuff like that, and men just have to pay no matter what. So I think it's quite sensible to men have this option. Of course, if there's a woman who tries to trick a man, that she wants that the man to be the father and have to pay, when she gets pregnant, she goes to somewhere, for 18 weeks, doesn't tell the father, and that way she comes back pregnant and says that you need to pay. I don't know if men could have an option if they didn't know about the pregnancy to, then opt out of parenthood. I doubt it, but I think that is, one thing that should be looked at, that men that didn't know the pregnancy could have, not 18 weeks, just like a month to think about if they want to be the father. So, good Sweden! Now every country take a page of this one and follow that. So, comment down below, subscribe, share, like, dislike. See you again, hopefully.